Hello everyone and welcome back to Tea Time Crochet. Today we're going to be working on these really cute pumpkin coasters. So they're really simple and they would be a great project for someone who's a beginner crocheter because it just uses, basic simple steps, and it will actually give you a little bit of practice in increasing in the round. So they're really simple. Basically we're just starting out our pumpkin like we would a hat, and then we're going to add a stem later, but I think they're really cute. I've already made a couple and we've been using them, and these would be great because you can use them, since they're pumpkins, you can use them from September probably all the way until the end of November, considering pumpkins are for fall and pumpkins are for Halloween and pumpkins are for Thanksgiving. So it would be one of those universal items that you could make for your home and use for a 3-month period. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the tutorial now. Okay, so the things that you're going to need are, you're going to need basically just some scraps in an orange color. This is Red Heart Super Saver. I believe it's called Pumpkin. And this, I have no idea. It's just, as you can tell, it's been in my stash for quite a while. I probably got it from Grandma, leftover scraps from her, and it's just a brown. So any worsted weight yarns will work. Doesn't matter what it is. I would suggest that you have something that can be washed though. I noticed that with the other ones I've already made, they already need to be thrown in the wash, so especially if you got kids. So you're not going to need a whole lot. Really, this will work for, this is what I used from the 2 I already made, and I'm going to make 2 more out of this, so I'll have plenty of yarn. This, you're only going to need just a little bit, so it really doesn't matter. So just choose your 2 colors, an orange and a brown, whatever they may be. Your hook size can be either a 5mm or a 5.5. I would suggest you go ahead and use a 5.5. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find a single one of mine. So they must be in projects that I'm working on. I just couldn't find them. So I'm using a 5mm this time. But like I said, go ahead and use the 5.5. You're going to need your yarn needle and your scissors. So to start off with, this is basically made pretty similar to the way that we make a hat, almost identical to the way we make a hat. So we're going to start off with a slip knot. And I'm going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to slip stitch to join into that beginning stitch to form a ring. And we're going to put 12 double crochets into that ring. So I'm going to chain 1 here, and then I'm just going to pretend that chain 1 doesn't exist. I'm going to do that at the beginning of every round. So just keep that in mind. You can do your chain 2, your chain 3, your single crochet chain 1, however you like to do your beginning stitch. Is totally up to you. For me, I just do a chain 1 and then a double crochet, and I forget that chain 1 is even there. So we're going to do 12 double crochets into that ring. It's 2, and you could just scrunch it sideways when you're starting to get a little full, so they all fit. And I've lost count, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we're just going to slip stitch to join to that beginning double crochet. And then we're going to take our tail here and give it a tug. And that will close up that center. So for round 2, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go back in with 2 double crochets into that first stitch. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets in every stitch around. 1 and 2. Okay, so there are all of mine. You should have 24 stitches now. And we're going to slip stitch to join into that beginning stitch. And then for row 3, we're going to chain 1, put 1 double crochet into that beginning stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next, 2 double crochets into the next, and you are going to repeat that all the way around, and I will meet up with you when I am on my last stitch. Okay, so my last stitch was an increase, and you're going to slip stitch to join. So that is the end of round 3. So for round 4, we're going to chain 1, put 1 double crochet into that beginning stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and 2 double crochets into the next. So every third stitch will have an increase. So once again, that's 1 double crochet into the next 2, and then an increase. So go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and I will meet up with you when I'm on my last stitch. Okay, so I finished my round. You should have ended on increase, and we are going to slip stitch to join here. And that is the end of our pumpkin portion. So now we're going to move on to doing the stem. So you can just clip your yarn, pull it tight, and you can pretty much choose anywhere to attach your brown yarn. I'm just going to use the stitches right where I left off. So any 3 stitches will work. So I'm just going to attach my brown yarn with a slip stitch. I'm going to pull that tight, and then I'm going to go ahead and go back into that stitch with a double crochet, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So just like that. And then I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and I'm going to go back into that beginning stitch with a double crochet, and in the next stitch with a double crochet. And I want my stem to look like it's been cut, so I'm just going to go directly into that next stitch with a slip stitch, and that's going to kind of give it a little bit of a slant. And then I'm done. So I'm just going to fasten off, cut my yarn, pull it tight, so you can see that it kind of gives it a little bit of a slant, so it kind of looks like it's been cut a little bit. So the only other thing that you'll do is just hide all of your tails. You'll have a few, and I'm not going to go into that. You guys know how to do that. So if you don't want your stem to look like this, you could easily just do another double crochet into that last stitch and then fasten off. It's totally up to you. but I wanted to give mine just a little bit of a character, some character, since not all pumpkins are the same. So that is it. Like I said, just hide all of your tails and then you're done. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.